Hey guys, Monix360 here coming at you with a new video. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the Call of Duty Black Ops controller for Xbox 360. Just to get started, as you can see, the decals on this controller are very nice. This is the Black Ops logo, but I cannot tell you if these actually peel off because I just bought this controller today, so I do not know if they peel off after an extended playtime. I also do like the grips on this controller. Now, the grips are obviously so your hands don't slip off the controller, but they also prevent sweaty palms, and that's something that I get, and it really does help me a lot. Another thing that I do like about this controller is what you can see right there, the white under the analog stick, and that white basically glows up red when you plug it into your Xbox. Obviously, mine isn't plugged into my Xbox right now, but when you do, it glows up red, and it really does add a nice element to the controller that only the Modern Warfare 2 controllers actually have that came out when Modern Warfare 2 was first released. Another thing I do like about this controller is the LB, RB buttons. And unlike the original Xbox 360 controllers, these are actually raised up a bit, so they are easier to press in. Now, the LT and RT buttons aren't anything special. They are exactly the same as the original Xbox controller, LT and RT buttons. Another thing that I do actually like about this controller is actually the voice thing. To be honest, I bought some controllers recently where I actually have Turtle Beaches, but when I plug in my Turtle Beaches, the Turtle Beaches will not work very well and they will become staticky sometimes. But actually, I've had no problems with this controller when I plug in my Turtle Beaches. Um, as you could also see, this controller is wired, and not many people like wired controllers. They obviously like wireless. Wireless are more popular than wired controllers, but I do have to say that after a while, my play and charge kits would break, and I would resort to AA batteries. But I do have to say that wired controllers are a lot better because they do save you a lot of money because you realize how much money you actually spend on AA batteries. And finally, the last thing I do like about this controller is actually the thing that made me buy this controller, and that is the combat buttons. Now, the combat buttons work really nicely because I'll give you an example. Um, excuse me. In game battles, sometimes you'll have to press the B button to knife because I use tactical. I don't know if anybody else uses tactical. But I use the tactical controller scheme. And actually, when you knife in game battles, you have to take your hand off of the analog stick and the A button. So it really does leave you vulnerable from any other players. So that's really nice that the combat buttons actually allow you to set them to a certain button on the controller, and then instead of pressing, say, the B button, you could just press the combat button, and it'll knife, and you won't have to take your hand off of the analog stick and the A button at the same time. You could just press the combat button, and that really does help me a lot. It actually has improved my skill already in the game, and I would say I'm a pretty average player. I wouldn't call myself great, but I could definitely see a difference in my play just by using this controller. And actually, it does improve sniping because if you could set the buttons to where when you press one of the combat buttons, your player does move to the slowest sensitivity, and it actually makes you have a steadier shot. So that's really nice. And overall, guys, I do have to say that this is a very compact controller, and it is very lightweight. They did a really nice job, and it is very sturdy, and I just like the way how light it is, and it's not as bulky as the other Xbox 360 controllers. And I would definitely recommend this controller to anybody. Uh, I would personally give it a 9 out of 10, and I really do think that's a very good score for a controller. So I would definitely recommend this to any person. You could pick them up at Best Buy, Walmart. I actually picked mine up at a GameStop, but they are on Amazon. But I wouldn't recommend getting them on Amazon because they do take a while to ship on Amazon for some weird reason. So I would definitely just recommend picking them up in store. And I just like to say thank you guys for watching my video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and have a nice day.